Yeah, hi, Ben. We're live here in front of Hamden High School, which was closed down today. So if you're wondering why there's so many cars behind me, it's because they have since started distributing those at-home test kits and those N95 masks right here in the parking lot. But as we mentioned, as for school, Hamden High School was closed today. They say it was due to not enough staff from COVID-19 cases and exposures. No word on the high school's status for opening tomorrow. Today, though, on that Zoom that you mentioned, state leaders were sympathetic to many school districts who had to close down, but at the same time, they did not offer any flexibility when it comes to remote learning options.
To be blunt, we have a higher infection rate.
But Connecticut is doubling down on full in-person school learning.
But the most important difference between now and then is we have even more tools to keep ourselves safe.
It's true. We have vaccines that we didn't have then. We have better masks and test kits, which we didn't have then. But we also have the Omicron variant, which we didn't then.
I'm at higher risk for serious complications than somebody else who doesn't have health complications.
Tiffany Torak is an immunocompromised mom of two who started this petition signed by nearly 5,000 people.
I'm not saying to take away in-school learning. I also believe that in-school learning is the best option. However, what I am saying is that parents should have the option to keep their children home and do remote learning while the numbers are so high with COVID.
Those COVID rates continued to wreak havoc on districts Tuesday. From Ansonia to Hamden, schools shut down, bus routes canceled, despite new guidance from the state that shortens quarantine times and cancels contact tracing.
Rather, what we're doing is letting classrooms know that somebody in that classroom has had COVID-19.
Teachers have been telling Fox 61 that even though they are in person, student absences are making it impossible to advance instructional curriculum in a meaningful way. I brought this concern to state leaders. It got them thinking.
Matt Caron's question had me, thinking about the fact that our schools are open. I think we're got our schools open safely. But there's still some kids now who are not coming into the classroom, and how that makes teaching complicated, especially new material.
And Governor Lamont did go on to say that the in-school mask mandate will remain in place until at least February. With regard to remote learning, state leaders went on to clarify that there are some certain situations where that would be allowed, including, of course, if a student tests positive for COVID, as well as if they're medically compromised. But other than that, any district who misses school because of a staffing shortage or something else would need to make that day up at the end of the year. We're live here in Hamden. Matt Caron, Fox 61 News.
Making the governor